Hey y'all. Hi guys. What's up, what's up? Can y'all hear me okay on Instagram? Just checking. Hi. Can you hear me okay? On both? Facebook, Instagram? Just before I start talking and the next thing I know you can't hear me and then I didn't get that until later. Hey, back at you, beautiful. Yes? Awesome. Okay. I have a few things to say and I would really like y'all feedback. So even after this video, if you can give me some feedback, I'm going to turn the comments off for a second and then we'll talk more, but I just want to get this out. So yeah. If you don't pray, give me a second. I'm going to pray and then you come back, okay? Lord, I thank you for this day. Thank you for the breath in our lungs. I thank you for the truth that is now coming out, Jesus. I just ask that you open the minds, the hearts of those that are listening, God. Open the ears of those that are listening, God, just to continue to light a righteous fire in them, to fight for truth, to fight for the children who don't have anyone, Lord, to fight for those who may have never had someone, Lord, and had to grow through their childhood in a different way. I just thank you for all the things that you're doing for us and everything that continues to happen in your process and progress. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. Let's talk about a few things, okay? You remember before the interview started, I did a live, and I said, hey, everybody, manage your expectations. First and foremost, manage your expectations. Because I am 31 years old. There's been like 20 years of pain, and it would be helpful if somebody can please help me share these videos as well, because I think this video is what people really need to understand before we take the next step. Once again, I have been blue in the face trying to tell y'all for 5 years our truth. I understand that there are some people who are like, I heard you the first time, okay? I didn't need any more. I heard you the first time. It doesn't take much for real to see real. I heard you the first time. Thank you. For those who are like, I was having a little doubt in everything. I don't know how I felt about you. I don't know how I felt about your testimony. I just don't know. Okay, understandable too. Doing your own research, not just taking my word for gold. I asked you to do that in the beginning as well. I said, don't just take my word for it. Go to your local churches. Go to your local news stations. Contact the mainstream media that you're expecting the truth from and ask them why they're not giving you the truth. I asked you to talk to your pastors. I asked you to talk to your family, your friends. I said to leave my name out of it. Just leave me out of it. Just go talk to someone and ask them what they know about this truth that you're holding now too, and see what they have to respond to you with. And some people ignored you, blocked you, called you crazy. You lost friends, you lost family. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay? A lot of you guys were like, I went to so many people asking them, why aren't we talking about the children? Why didn't we get an Amber Alert? I put up fact sheets. I painted rocks. I stood on the street corner with a sign. I contacted my family and friends and said, did you hear about this? I I went to every content creator that I thought was going to be the ones to post this, to tell the truth, to speak on it, to dig on it, to invest in the truth. Not just about me, about the children. It showed, Call Me Tan said it showed people's true colors. Yes, it did. That was our point. Okay? For 5 years, we said, hey, go around. Go at these people that everybody was telling me. Go to Candace Owens. Go to James O'Keefe. Go to all these other people that you guys seen on social media. You guys were like, go there. Go to this person. Go to that person. And you were like, talk to them. And maybe they'll do it. They'll help. They'll fix it. Right? A lot of people were like, call the police. That's just going to be the first thing to do. And everything's going to be fine. Right? I'm not knocking those people that were like that. I just need you to hear me with what I'm saying right now. Okay? Please. Because a lot of people, I'm not talking to the people who heard me the first time. If this is you, I'm not talking to you. Are we clear? If it ain't your shoe, don't lace that bitch. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Okay? Why can't you just release all the names yourself? Why can't you just listen to me for a second? This is the problem. Just listen for a second. That's all I'm asking you to do. Is just listen for a damn second. Okay? Hang on. Now, as everybody has tried their best to do whatever they can to bang down doors, a lot of you guys got a response that you weren't expecting. A lot of you guys didn't get a response at all. A lot of y'all got a response that you were like, what was that? We're talking about children. Right? Okay. Now we speed up. I've showed y'all in real time. I've turned myself inside out to say, please take a second to go look at the truth. Right? A lot of people were like, well, why aren't you guys dead? Well, why aren't you in witness protection? Well, why this? Well, why that? We've tried to tell y'all, hey, there is a chain of command. Right? We told you I'm 31 years old. I will be 32 next month. There is 20 plus years of pain. There is 20 plus years of investigation. This is why we're not seeing things from the Epstein files. This is why we're going in the circles that we're going in. Because a lot of people continue to not manage their expectations and think. Okay? Use the process of elimination. All right? For all of last year, I kept saying, here's a flyer. If anybody wants to do an interview, let's do an interview. But it's just an interview unless you have verifiable authority to do something with it. Now, we speed up and we meet Dustin and Beverly. We have only been talking to them for not even 3 months. Not even. Okay? When they first contacted me, we were getting ready for the Georgia event. This last event that we just did. And when they first contacted me, I'm like, there's so much happening. There's the Charlie Kirk death. People were scared out of their minds. They're like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm too scared to go outside. Okay. Now, when we look at what happened last night with Dustin and Beverly, there's a few people jumping at Dustin. Like he just posted that voicemail from the Epstein Island witness, or the voicemail from the Epstein Island witness, and it kind of shocked me. Yes, it did. It did. I'm human. Yes, it did. For those who are concerned about me, thank you for being concerned, but I'm okay. If I can't stand in a voicemail that we're all listening to together, how do you expect me to stand in public arenas? How do you expect me to stand in a court that we're about to start to go through the process with in a little bit? How do you expect me to stand in that? I'm human. A lot of people learned with me the truth that I've been screaming at you guys for 5 years. And for those who knew us 5 years before, I've been screaming my entire life. What bothers me is that now we're having an issue with the source. The investigative journalists that are on this, the private detectives that are on this information, the amount of things that Truth Be Told is uncovering right now, they've uncovered in a month's time. And they only have a 2-hour maximum time slot to give you that information. Not everything needs to be televised. No. There's other things going on. Not everything is going to be given to the people. No, they're giving it to my mom and I, and we're deciding what we're going to do with it. But in this time of 5 years, there's some people that were like, I already heard you the first time, and then there's those who had doubt and like, I don't know, I couldn't hear it. I don't know how to believe what all happened. Now that you have this information, now that you know, why are we mad at Dustin and Beverly? Because they did what other people refused to do. It's one thing to say that you'll be there. It's another thing to stand in it. These other people that we tagged and said, hey, help us. Can you speak on it? Can you do something about it? It's one thing to say, I'll do an interview. It's another thing to stand in it. It's another thing to be, in the mix of the fire that it brings. Dustin and Beverly are doing an amazing job. I am okay, and I need the truth just as much as everybody else. Okay? For other victims and other survivors, I need you to hear us out. And on behalf of all of them, I just want to say something. You have to understand that if you're upset about how long this is taking, about how much information, we can't rip the Band-Aid off. Do you understand that everything has a step? Yes, let's rip it off. Let's do it. I'm down for that too. But if you're going to beat up on the person that decided to do the digging, what sense does that make? What sense does that make? Who else has done what they've done in less than a month? Who else? Anybody? No. And you know damn well they haven't, because you helped me tag them. You guys helped us email them. You guys went to those pastors in your churches. You guys went to the neighborhood. You guys contacted people and said, hey, why aren't we talking about this? And you've seen what response you got. In a month's time, Dustin and Beverly did what no journalist wanted to do, what no news station decided to do, what no one in a content creation decided to do. Now, content creators that we've sat with, like Miracle Sims, Pastor Emmanuel Germain, Pastor James, Tez Moses, Classy Redneck Lady. These are content creators that said, I'm going to continue to put the truth out no matter what. They only had so much pull to say, here, I'm going to deliver it to the people. Now, Dustin and Beverly have the pull and the verifiable authority, along with their team of private detectives, their team that has law enforcement, their team, they've started just digging and digging and digging. Does that mean that we're going to live happily ever after? No. Does that mean that everything is going to come up, just all of it at once? No, because we, the people have to come forward and say something. For those of you who are like, I feel some type of way, I'm having a hard time accepting it. You're having a hard time? Oh, wow. Because there's some survivors who never had the chance for anybody to hear them, to see them, to know that they exist, to listen to what they were saying. Those survivors, some of those, me. Other victims that are still in the hands that we're talking about right now, they have begged, they have screamed, and people have walked right past them. This truth is not old truth. We are not new to this. As a survivor and as parents of survivors, as victims that have went through this life before, even if you weren't in trafficking, you're not new to this. You're true to this. You already know this. So for those who are talking about, I'm having a hard time, how do you think we feel? How do you think I feel? I'm processing. I'm really processing, and I'm having a hard time because I'm like, sometimes I really just wanted to shake people. Like, did y'all not hear me? I'm not talking to you. If you're like, girl, I did, move over. Move. I'm not talking to you. I love you, but please move over. I know that you heard me. I know that you're looking out for other children. I know that you said, I'm going to continue to share. I'm going to continue to speak. I'm going to continue to fight whatever I got to do. If I got to homeschool my kid, if I got to watch out for other people's kids, if I'm at an event and I got to make sure my eyes are open, if I'm somewhere, I'm going to continue to do what I need to do to help somebody else, because I'm not just going to walk past them like somebody walked past you and other survivors that have been through this shit. Thank you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who were like, I don't know, but now I'm having a hard time processing. Okay, when? How do you think survivors feel? This shit is still happening. It never stopped, and that was what we've been telling you from the beginning. Do you think that all of this is just going to uncover right away? If that was the case, we wouldn't be going in circles and there wouldn't be thousands and thousands and thousands of survivors. If that was the case, we still wouldn't be having the conversation, because human trafficking is a billion, beyond trillion-dollar industry that goes hand in hand with drug trafficking. That's not just about sex. That's not just about drugs. That's not just about labor. That's not just about organ harvesting. It is so much more than that. It doesn't have an age preference, a sex preference, a political preference, a race preference. It's a humanity issue that I've been telling y'all that from the very beginning. Okay? Why do you think we're sitting here? Are we sitting in witness protection? No. No. Have white hats called us and said that they're going to call Trump? No. No. Does everybody just magically we're going to just start knocking on doors and arresting people? No. So get that TV mentality out of your, quit it. Quit it. Because that's creating another problem. You have to manage your expectations. We the people had to speak up first. Those teachers that sat quiet, they had to come forward and say something. Those social workers that you heard from last night that sat quiet, they had to come forward and say something. The Epstein Island witness that saw me on the island and suffered themselves, they had to come forward and say something. And give the proof over so that the evidence can be presented and defend itself. This is not just on Dustin and Beverly now and their team. So don't think that either. But they're doing way more than anybody has ever done. Way more. Can you stop and think about that for a second? They're doing way more. Not just for me, but in honor of every other survivor. They got investigations going on like crazy now because other victims have come forward and said it happened to me. So many. Did you not hear them say that Victoria's Secret models came forward and are telling them that's true, it happened to me? They have other people that are like, hey, okay, fine, I'm ready. But we've been getting on here for 5 years saying, hey guys, you survivors, you gotta meet us halfway. You can't just blame me for leaving and then say it's my fault. You have to meet us halfway. You gotta speak up. It's not gonna be easy at all. Am I having a hard time? Yes. Do you understand that at one point on that island and at an after party, I had blood on my feet that was dripping from my butt? I was about to say something. It was dripping down my leg onto my feet because I laid on my stomach the second that they hurt me. So when I stood up, the blood just rushed and it was all over my feet. I was leaving footprints of blood all over the place. Now lately I am very triggered about how my feet feel. Especially now that it's all coming back. So for those who are like, I'm having a hard time. When? You're having a hard time processing the information? Try going through it. Try growing through it. Try knowing that nobody heard you at first. Try knowing that you didn't exist to anybody. Try knowing that you tried to talk to somebody and they didn't listen for how many years. Try turning yourself inside out to warn the world and then people still telling you you're a liar. Try the fact that we have people harassing, doxing, slandering, defaming, and messing with people when we try to get a bit of peace. Try that. And then tell me how you're having a hard time. I don't usually what about me, but today I'm a little annoyed because I'm like those people who are like, that was hard I'm processing. I understand it's hard. No joke. I get it. That I'm not saying like it's not supposed to be hard for you. If you can sit there and watch that and feel nothing, something's wrong with you. So don't take that as I'm like, you're not supposed to feel anything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying those that are trying to make it about themselves because they didn't have this information before. Try the fact that this information has been sitting in your area, in your neighborhood, and possibly in your home for a very long time. But because Dustin and Beverly uncovered it for the world to see, to hear, and I was shocked and you seen my face, try understanding that there's other victims that are like, well, damn. Do you know how long I've been going through this? It's up to everybody to keep pushing. It's up to everybody to keep speaking. This war is everybody's war. And for those who are survivors, and I'm using that loosely, that sit on the internet to tell you something to collect money for it, they are full of shit. Because when you understand the pain that we're talking about, when you understand the heaviness that we're talking about, collecting something don't mean a damn thing. The truth costs you more than you can ever sell it for. Did you hear me now? I understand for those of you who are like, I'm trying to process it, Ali. This is a lot. I heard you, but now to see it in front of me and to hear the witness in front, it's a whole different ball. Yes, it is. It's a lot to process. But can you imagine what else you don't know? Can you imagine what else you don't know in your own neighborhood? Let me help you out. You know how we talked about in the live last night that mandated reporters looked away. Teachers looked away. Everybody's so worried about the elite, but let's stop for a second and talk about Ridgecrest, California. If you are in the city of Ridgecrest, California, you have a predator in your neighborhood. They're called, their last names are Holmes. This is the couple that's been feeding your children to criminals and predators that are putting up children's pictures and exploiting them. Let me help you out. I told you that when we left the city, when everybody found out that I had put together that dance team, I was only there for a few months. Not even a few months. I created that damn competition team in 8 weeks. And then left right after Diddy got arrested. Was I worried about a dance video after that? No. Was I worried about what dance I didn't teach? No. I was now worried about their safety. I was like, okay, it's time for me to go. My time here is done. And I need everybody here to protect your children. You've learned a lot in this time and through dance, how it's time to spread awareness for bullying, for trafficking, for all the things that people are going through in everyday life. Once you walk out the door. The only difference is that my face is on the internet and I'm very loud about it. And I'm one of the victims on the Diddy case. I had to sit everybody down in the room, if you remember clearly. And I said, hey, guys, for those of you who didn't know, the studio owner already knows. Some of the parents here already know. But for those who didn't know, my name is not Justice. That's my pseudonym. My name is Ali Carter. And it was never a secret because I'm on the internet. The only thing is you didn't see me first. You got to spend time with me You got to get to know me. You got to sit with me. You got to witness who I was. I didn't need any money to be there to teach you. I volunteered all of my time and I did not get paid. I didn't want to get paid. I wanted to do it because I needed to do it for my peace, and I wanted to do it because it was the right thing to do. Did I earn some type of something from that? Yes. Did I take it? No, I didn't want it. I put it right back and gave it right back to the kids in that city. I gave scholarships out. Ridgecrest, California. Did you know that? The first time I was there, any money that was made for the dance classes, I gave it. I told the studio owner, you take that and you give it to somebody in this studio that needs it. I gave out 6 different scholarships because I didn't take any money. I told the studio owner, give it to somebody. And she did. Not only that, she was harassed. She was stalked. And they took it to Ridgecrest China Lake Police Department. A detective was contacted and said, this is what's going on. Now I am telling you that the Holmes family out there is the one that was feeding your kid to the predator, and they were dance parents of the damn studio. So how, when we're going through the elite and this and that, it is a dance parent that you sit next to. Did I know that they were evil? No. Did they smile in my face too? Yes. Did I treat them with all respect and love and kindness? Yes, I did. Was I expecting them to do the things that they're doing? No. Do I have it in case you need a screenshot of it? Yes. If you're finally ready to press charges for your kids? Yes. If you need it, contact me. I'll give it to you. I sat back. I held my tongue. My mom said, God said to be silent. We didn't move. We waited until they had enough rope to hang themselves. We let the studio owner handle it. She went to the police department. She went to the detectives, and she did what she needed to do to protect her children at her studio. Is it still happening? Yes. Are they still feeding children? Children's pictures, children's names, children's family, innocent children. Are they still exploiting them on a criminal's page they have children themselves? Yes. So by the time you stop to take a second to step back, aren't you concerned about their children too? Because if they would do this to somebody else's innocent child, what the hell is going on? Do I have the proof of that? Yes. Ben had it. What was I supposed to do with it when there was nobody to give it to? So if you were in Ridgecrest, California, I'm sorry that happened, but the ball is now in your court to do something. You see how this works? Because if you don't do something, the cycle just continues and continues and continues, and everybody's so worried about an elite celebrity. You should be worried about the people that you stand next to sometimes. Maria. Hi, Maria. How you doing? You were Great Lies admin. You know that Steven, Latwat Waffle, and another person is exploiting children, harassing, bullying, doxing, lying in wait, and collecting money and collecting funds to say who can kill me first. You sat there with other people while they made threats talking about when they find me, tie my body to railroad tracks. We posted that for you. Do you need me to repost it for you guys to understand what I'm saying? I could repost that. Now that a lot of people are like, I'm having a hard time processing, I'm having a hard time with understanding what we didn't get the first damn time I said it. I'm having a hard time with people who are not understanding that I didn't told you guys, I don't know how many things, and everybody could do something about what I've said, but people pass right over what I'm saying. So can you hear me now? Maria, if you have truth, come forward. You have until Wednesday. Everybody on that side of the criminals has until Wednesday to contact Battlefront Broadcasting at outlook.com. You have until Wednesday. And then after that, you need to deal with the consequences of your own actions legally. You have until Wednesday. I'll start the timer so you can make sure that you know, since you're watching. I never put my kids' information out there. I never told anybody about whose name was at that studio. I never shared any personal information with anybody. They did. People who just took a picture, people who just commented, were harassed, stalked, addresses put up. Do you know that that is illegal? You can't you can say, you can talk your shit. You can. That's not illegal. There is freedom of speech. Go ahead, talk your shit. Say everything that you want to say about us. Say everything that you want to say about somebody else. That's fine. But the second that you are literally trying to hurt someone, incite violence, or get someone murdered because you don't like them, that is illegal. And now there are people in verifiable authority that are doing the investigations and saying who's ready to press charges. Am I saying that after we decide to press charges, this might not end up in the wrong hands? No. Burst that bubble. Burst that little TV bubble right there. Don't think that, there's somebody that's just going to magically, we give it to the cops and then everything's going to be over and we're going to see arrests all over the place. Don't do that. Because the DOJ wouldn't have hid those pictures from you if we could have just did that. Pam Bondi wouldn't have been playing with you about what's on her desk, what's on the truck, what's not on her desk, what didn't exist if we could have just did that. So quit it. Maria, you have until Wednesday. I saw you, we all saw you in the comments saying, oh, now they're doing this to who? To you. So now it's personal. Now it's personal. Huh. Tell the truth, Maria. Please. You have until Wednesday. Do we understand that there's so much more going on? And I've tried my best to tell y'all the truth. Do you know last night when I got shocked for a second, once I heard that, and Chris, the witness that came forward last night, thank you. I know you're probably watching this too. Thank you so much. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for saying, look, this was wrong. And it may have taken me a minute to come forward, but I'm going to do it now. Thank you. And I will be sending you a personal message soon through the investigators. Words couldn't word together because do you understand everything that played in my head? You don't. You don't. I already told you guys I was that type of girl that was like, hey, if you can go home, go home. I was married to my pimp, which means I was bottom, which means I was top. It's called being bottom bitch, but it's the top. I was married to my pimp, one of them. That does not mean that I had it my way. That does not mean that it was easier for me to go through the things that everybody else in his possession was going through. That means I did what I had to do so I didn't die. I learned how to play him so I didn't die. I read in between the lines and noticed what made him tick and what made him hit me and what made him hurt me, what made me sell him to bidders that he didn't want to sell other people for because he knew that they wouldn't come back. I played the system so I could try to stay alive. To tell you what was going on right now. That's what people are not. Read between the lines. All these people who are saying that they want to murder me and kill me, if you can't see that now, if you see that now, what makes you not be able to see that from my childhood? If this many people won't leave us alone with it and then go after people, if it was just about us, that would have been one thing. If it was just about how much you hated me, okay, fine. If it was just about how you hated my mom because she was there for me, fine. But the fact that you everybody started pulling in innocent people, how do you not understand that if they're doing this in the light, what do you think they did in the dark when I was a child? A defenseless child. I am very small. I know a lot of you guys think that I look big and I go so big because of how I bark and sitting through this camera. But I'll give you a little classified information that was on my driver's license. I am 5'1" with shoes on. And I take that 1 with my shoes on and my hair big. I'm tiny. So if you imagine as a baby, I was smaller. I stopped growing at like 5th, 6th grade. Don't talk your shit, okay? Because God said I was perfect and he stopped me right there. So don't be rude. Give it up for the short girls, all right? We compacted with fun. Dynamite, small package. But when I became a dance teacher and I saw how small babies' hands were, I started to look at mine and be like, time out. Time out. So you're telling me that this little itty bitty shoe goes on this little itty bitty baby, and there were people that were holding me down and breaking my soul, destroying my body at 4 years old, and I was this big? And you're mad at me because I'm coming forward to be upset about it? Really? If it was you, would you be upset about it? If it was your child, would you be upset about it? Do you have a 4-year-old? Do you remember being 4? Go into the baby section when you go in the store and go look at a baby's shoe and tell me look at the size and put it in your hand. And then think to yourself, how the hell did these criminals hurt somebody this small? That baby that they left her body at the border, 6 years old, when they found 30 men's semen inside of her body, she was 6. So go look in the store and grab a shirt of a 6-year-old baby, boy or girl, and then look at the size of that next to a grown man and tell me how that would ever be okay with you. Tell me how you can team up with criminals trying to hurt someone that is that small. Tell me how you can team up with criminals and predators who hurt someone that small. You know that saying, pick on somebody your own size? How the hell do you guys not see that? You should be fucking angry. At all times. Nobody should be letting this shit go. When you can go look in a store and understand that someone molested me when I was 3 months old. Go check in the baby section. I dare you. You want a challenge? You want something to do? Go into a store and go look at 3 months old baby's clothes. And you tell me how it was ever okay. Tell me how I don't have the right to be pissed. Tell me how I don't have the right to take some time. Tell me how I don't have the right to be fucking angry. Again, when you look at how big and how small a baby is. I was 3 months old. I was 4 years old. I was 5 years old. The reason why I have alters was because I stopped growing at those ages because I had to grow through what I went through. So before you judge about how I'm reacting or about how people are handling it now, how pissed people are, take a second to think, if this was my baby, what would I be doing? If this was my baby, would I still be pissed? If this was my baby, would I have stopped looking for them? If I saw someone hurting someone this size, would I just walk away? Would I look them in the face? A baby that small, would you look them in the face at 6 years old and tell them, I'm sorry, it's too scary for me. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time processing this information. The fuck? How did we get here? I'm pissed. Yes. And I keep getting back up. Even though somebody is beating our asses down, I'm still getting back up. You think I'm mad? How do you think my mother feels? Because when she got the information that someone was torturing, sodomizing, brutalizing me when I was that small, how do you think she feels? So for those parents who don't say shit, for the twat waffle who feels like you're entitled, where the hell were you? Especially if you were behind orchestrating someone to hurt me. I hate you. Do you understand me? I hate you. I never wanted anything to do with you. I never chose, and I never wanted to be here. I didn't want to be hurt. I didn't want to be damaged, and I didn't want to be sitting here doing this shit today. I just want to dance. I just want to go to school. You're mad at me because I won't stop getting back up. You're mad at me because what was meant to break me changed me. And I'm still fighting for those who were that small, who were once that small, and nobody heard them. How many times do I have to say there's baby farms? Baby farms. If that is not supposed to be in the same sentence. A baby and a farm is not supposed to be in the same sentence. Do you think they're taking care of those babies if they're calling them farms? What do they do at farms? So when I've told you several times, it's important for people to see you speaking up. It's important for you to go hold a sign even if nobody is there. It's important to know that you exist. It's important to see somebody in the comments screaming, this is wrong. I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you threaten me. I don't care if you harass me. I don't care if you're saying something to me. At least I'm saying it's wrong, because there's somebody that you're pinning down that is going through this, that can't say anything at all. So boo-hoo, be mad at me. But how do you think they feel? I'm pissed. I'm scared. For the first time, now people see me not because of my body or what I can do for them or what I can give them or how I can make them feel. You see me because you see my pain. I don't just want you to see my pain. I'm more than that. I am way, way more than my wounds. The only difference is I'm screaming the loudest about it. And I still feel like I'm screaming underwater. Dustin and Beverly are standing on behalf of every kid. Every person that has a story or a storm that they had to go through. They're standing for every person that's ever had to say, I didn't know, or I didn't see it. Okay, so now they're telling you. Not only are they telling you, they're getting down to the bottom of it. Now, not only are they trying to get down to the bottom of it, they're showing you. Not only are they showing you, but they're dealing with the threats and the backlash of saying this shit is not okay. So did Miracle Sims. So did Tesmosis. So did Brandy that was doxxed. So did the studio that was harassed. So did Pastor James that was like, I'm just here to do an interview. I'm just here to say I'm praying and this is not okay. But you seen his face or you seen her face that sat with me and said it's not okay, and then it's their fault. Those who went to neighbor to say, hey, this is not okay, it's their fault. Those who went to their churches and asked their pastor, what can we do? How is it their fault? Those who contacted the news and said, why aren't you talking about it? Why is it their fault? You don't give the same energy to the criminals, do y'all? That want to blame Dustin and Beverly? I'm not talking to those who don't. I'm talking to those who are blaming the people that are speaking the loudest. Jennifer didn't do anything to anybody. I love you, Jen. Jennifer didn't do anything to anybody. She said, I'm going to stand for not just me, but other survivors. There was somebody on her property. Because somebody took her picture, took her address, posted it up, and she had to make a police report in her state. That's all she could do. And then do what she needs to do to protect herself so she can keep doing what she needs to do to protect somebody else's child that somebody failed to protect. The list goes on of the people that are being harassed, and some of those people are you. You don't even have to know me. You could just be sitting here. You could just comment right now, and somebody's going to hate you. Why is it your fault? Why are we not giving that same outrage to the criminals who did this? That we know who did this. Why aren't you pushing as hard at them? This information, they say, oh, it's going to cause mass hysteria. So what? Mass hysteria for who? Because who we mad at? You mad at the victims for telling you, like people were mad at Cassie for telling you? You're mad at her for telling you the truth, but you needed to see her dragged through a hotel for you to be like, oh, it's real, but still, why didn't she? What do you mean? What do you mean, why didn't she? Where is the outrage for him? You know Oprah's guilty. Where is the outrage for her? And after we stop talking about the elites for a second, do you understand that it comes down to the people at the Playboy Mansion that clean them sex toys? It's not even the people who were hurting people anymore. It's the people who were complacent. It's the people who complicit. It's the people who were coming in the room like, let me switch out these sex toys so you can keep hurting someone else. Instead of leaving to say something, you supplied them with something to hurt somebody else. You are just as guilty. You're no better than the predators. For those who sat back and just watch and see what's going on or take part in it, you are no better than the predators. Those who sat in a year-long smear campaign and, oh, yeah, kill her, get her, hurt her, kick Shelly in the face while we at it, kidnap her. Then what? So then what? So then when I'm dead, you can yell, oh, we should have, if she would have just, you helped. If another child ends up getting hurt like I did, you helped. Why are you not just as guilty? Those people who went to all those Diddy parties and, well, I left early. You left early because you seen something and you didn't say something. You don't think you're just as guilty? $50. You don't think you're just as guilty? You sat on these secrets. 5 dimes. You sat there. 2 quarters. You sat there. And you knew what was going on. And now you're trying to make docuseries about it, talking about I'm doing something. Why? What? You sat on it. And how come you're not making that docuseries about yourself? You sat on information for innocent people, innocent children, innocent animals. And now you want to make it seem like I'm just trying to help. Why didn't you help then? Those who, I left the party at 11 o'clock. Chris Tucker. I was never part of that, but I knew he was crazy. So you knew he was crazy. You knew he was hurting people. You knew he was crazy. You knew he was selling people's bodies. You knew he was brutalizing people. And all you got to say was, I left early because, I didn't do it. But you seen it. What does that make you? Kiki said they're all cowards and walking demons in my eyes. Exactly. I don't... Do I need to be on with Dustin and Beverly every time that they uncover another investigation? No. Was that the plan? No. Did I tell you guys we were signing off? And I didn't want to talk anymore? I didn't want to do any more interviews? Yes. Now that they're doing the investigations, do I have to be there every time they uncover it? No. That's why I asked you to go follow them. I didn't say just go check out this video. I said, hey, go follow them. Because not only are they doing investigations for me, they're doing it for other people. So that's not information that I can give you. If you want to see what's going on, go to them. I never ask you guys to go follow any damn body. We don't align ourselves with anybody. If I'm asking you, if I'm telling you, hey, yeah, that way. Not just, can you go look at this? Go that way. There's something more to it. And it's something that doesn't just have to do with me. It never was just about me. And I will never, ever just say that it was just about me. Ever. Do I expect them to ever leave me alone? No. Somebody needs to be made an example out of. Somebody. Someone needs to be made an example out of. Someone needs to feel the consequences of their actions, and the world is watching. I'm waiting for that day. It's coming. I can feel it. Does that mean it's over? No. When Diddy get out of jail, do you think it's over? You think he's just gonna skip happily, go home, and never mess with anybody again? Honestly, do you? Let's take a poll. Do you think that when Diddy gets out of jail, after everybody that's told on him, do you think that he's just gonna go back and all of them, every victim is gonna live happily ever after? Do you really think that? Let me ask the people who know better. The people who know better, is that true that a predator that big would just get out of jail after everybody done gave up everything that he kept in the dark? Do you think that these victims are going to be left alone when he finally gets to walk around? Do I believe that he's actually in that jail? No. But his presence, when he finally gets out, do you think these victims are going to have some issues? Yes. So after everything is uncovered for me, do you think that these predators, these criminals that you see that are already doing all of this evil is going to leave me alone? Do you think that? Is that really how it works? So can we please, for the love of God, manage your expectations for those who may not know better? Look at the people who do in these comments. Look at the souls who are like, I'm not in it for a gain. I'm in it for the purpose. I'm in it for the children. Look at what they have to say. And then use your God-given brain to say, 1 + 1 equals. There's so much more that's being uncovered right now. Dustin and Beverly can only do that in so much time. Not everything needs to be televised. Not everything can be televised. And they only have a 2-hour time slot maximum to give you information that's been stockpiled for years. Give them a minute.
And if you don't want to give them a minute, then do something to help them.
Yeah. Damn. Why is it that's what everybody does this, like, oh, somebody's here to save the day. Okay, they got to do it all. No. Hell no. Did one person hurt that child? No. How many people played a part in looking away from that one piece of pain? So how do you expect this one team of people to do everything for years worth of pain? Please, for fuck's sake. Help them. Because it's not just about me. Help them. Because there's somebody still going through this. Ugh. Ugh. And for those who didn't believe me, For those who had a hard time, scoot over. That knew what I was talking about. For those who knew what I was talking, scoot over. I'm not talking to you right now when I just say these 3 words. I told you. Other victims told you. There were signs to tell you. And you didn't listen. You thought it was too scary. You thought it was too rough. You thought it was too dark. You thought it was a conspiracy theory. Now that we have all heard the truth, okay, now what are we doing with that information? And if you still have an issue with me telling you the truth, if you still have an issue with anybody telling you the truth, you're the problem and everybody sees you. And the sad part is that you don't understand that. What's scary to me is the people who are still having an issue with the truth. Some of these people have children. If they can do all of this, what are they doing in their own homes? What are they doing to their own children? Where is your outrage? Why aren't we calling people out for what they are? Predators, criminals, traffickers. Jesus could be standing in front of some of y'all with the truth, and you still wouldn't see him. Satan can stand right in front of y'all, and to this day you can walk outside, see Satan right in front of you, and you still can't see it. So for those who are ready for a change, for those who are like, I'm sick of this shit, get louder. For those who needed that confirmation that you were expecting from a news stream, get louder. Who are you waiting for? Because let's say, hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying that that's the case right now, but hypothetically speaking, what if the information that Dustin and Beverly uncover drops into the wrong hands? Then what? Then what? What are we doing? For those who care, please, get louder. For those who see it, please, get louder. For those who knew already, get louder. Not inciting any violence. I'm not like these criminals that you see. I'm asking you to get louder. This is not just Dustin and Beverly's war. This is not the Truth Be Told's war. This is not just Miracle Sims' war. This is not just Classy Redneck Lady's war. This is everybody's war. So what's stopping you from getting louder? You see how you feel some type of way after you get the truth? You process that and you can't believe that the people that you once believed was the liars? How do you think the victims feel? Get louder. I need a second to process. I do. I just need a second. And if anybody went through the things that I went through, you would think that I would need more than a second. to do. But we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. And I'm trying my damn best to continuously, as much as there is breath in my lungs, point people back to the children. Right now, as we go through all of this, I'm trying to find my peace. Did you not see me post up dance videos? Did I ever give you my own dance videos? No, because I was like, I ain't time for that yet. Now I'm like, I want some peace. Let me have it. I am asking you to please get louder. I've been looking in your eyes this whole time. Please try and rest. I can't. Do you know what's playing in my head? I'm trying to rest. I really am. I'm going to try to do something mindless. I'm going to try to sew something today. I'm going to try to tear some fabric apart and put something back together. I'm going to try to pull out some paint or something. And I'm going to try to do something for myself. For a second, I wish it was more that I can do. I wish I could go to a dance class right now. I wish I could be somewhere where everything else didn't matter for a few hours. I wish I could do that, but I can't. And the memories are coming back so crazy. And you know, last night I had Dustin in front of me, which is a man that's also changing my perception on what real men are. But I honestly needed to hear from the men in my life. I have really good men in my life now. I have a dad that loves me. I have uncles and brothers and friends that love me. And I just needed to hear from one or two of them last night to say, hey, it's okay. Because I was hearing all the men in my head before them that tried to destroy me. I have my mom and sisters and aunties and friends that can drown out the voice of the females that are trying to destroy me still and saying that they want to hurt me. I'm loved more than I could ever imagine, but there's a lot of people that can't say that. I am so grateful for that in ways that I can't even begin to express to you right now. But there are other people who need that type of love too, going through this exact same thing. But I'm telling you right now, like last night, when that came, when I got off and all the memories just started flooding back, I had these men in my head that came before the men in my life now that were saying the most vulgar, craziest things to me, and it's just replaying like a record, a broken record in my head. Han Solo, one of my brothers, just texted me right after the interview and he said, hey, I love you, I'm here for you. And I had to reread that message over and over and over again for a second, because I was just like, thank you. Because I know that he doesn't want anything from me. I know that this is a good man. I know that he loves me, and I know that he cares about me and he respects me, and he doesn't want anything from me. I needed to just ring my dad's phone for a second for him to just tell me, hey, this is not like old times. You are okay. I love you. I will hurt somebody if that shit ever happened again. We're not doing that again. No. I had my uncle come in and say, hey, I'm right here. I'm right here. And I just needed that. Because the men before them really made it hard to believe that men existed, like Dustin and other men in my life. So if you sent me a message, female or male, thank you for helping me restore the things that were going through my head last night. Replaying in my mind last night. I was scared to go to sleep. I'm so scared always to go to sleep. I'm scared to dream, because sometimes I don't dream. I have flashbacks and I get stuck. So your messages of support, they really do help when the people before you really try to hurt you with messages of destruction. even down to the things that you still see people saying on this internet about doing things to my body because they can't stand the fact that I'm telling the truth. So those messages that you guys send, sometimes really, even if I don't get back to them, I can be sitting in a corner sometimes and my mom is trying to bring me out and she may just show me a message of, hey, I'm not the only one that loves you, and it'll help. It does help. I don't need anything else but that. Sometimes. So thank you. But there's other people. There's other victims. There's other survivors. There's other people that went through some really heavy things. That voice that plays in their head, read the message that you see. Read it in your head to yourself. You hear that voice? Where does that voice come from? Is that your own voice, or is that somebody that came before you? Is that your own voice, or is that your parents' voices that burn that into you? You understand what I'm saying? Those voices play over and over and over in my head. And sometimes it's really hard to drown them out. And I'm no joke having a hard time, but I'm going to get my ass back up in a second after I do some crafts and after I tear some fabric apart and maybe after I have a really good cry and just sit with my mom and hug her because I know my mom loves me. I know that my mom would never do what the woman before me and the women before me did. Sometimes I just need that confirmation of I'm right here and I'm not going anywhere because I got abandonment issues. I got trust issues. And I got PTSD out the yin yang, okay? So be careful with people because you never know what the hell they're going through and what's just going on in their mind and what could cause them to just push right over the edge. It could be something so little that brings up the past and you can't get that shit out of your head. I thank this army. I thank all of you angels for the messages you send of support that I don't even sometimes see. You have no idea reading a message that somebody cares. There's other victims that just need to read a message like that sometimes because all the things that people do and what's playing in their head. So there's other victims that are watching these chats and these videos and things of the sort right now. And some of your messages are drowning out their noise. That they're not good enough. That nobody loves them. That they're unworthy. That they're disgusting. That they're not loved. That somebody's going to hurt them. Your messages to me will probably help somebody else. So I thank you for leaving those messages. I told you, it doesn't take rocket science to be a good human being and to do something healing for somebody else. Just that message of I care, somebody's probably applying that to their own situation and saying, hey, somebody cares. If this person could care about her, then they could possibly care about me. If this person can fight for her, then they could possibly fight for me. No matter how old I am, no matter how hurt I am, no matter how pissed I am, somebody cares about them. So that means that it is a big possibility for somebody to care about me. If you understand that, then thank you. And please don't stop fighting. And if you could please help me while I take a minute, can you please help me share the interview from last night? And I mean everywhere. I mean all over the place. I mean everywhere that it's possible. For those who needed that confirmation that you were looking for mainstream media, you just got that confirmation last night. What are you doing with it? The interview was done on Truth Be Told on rumble.com and on BitChute.com. I think it's up on YouTube with Miracle Sims on GSL. I think. But it's Truth Be Told with Dustin Faulkner and Beverly Gillen. And it's also on my feed. On my timeline, on the page. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not. But I'm going to be fine because I need to get back up because there's other people who are like, are we so close to something that I've been waiting for my entire life? And I need to know that it's real before I can push forward too. A lot of people need you guys. I don't just need you guys. I don't just need the truth. You guys need it too, and so do other people. So for those who felt like they were feeling some type of way about Dustin is a real man doing what real men are supposed to do and we're supposed to do in the first place. There is no reason to be upset with Dustin. People should be praying for that man. People should be praying for Beverly. Do you know that mama bear heart that is not going to stop no matter what? The mama bear heart that you see in the woman that's sitting right next to me and my mother. The mama bear heart that some of you women have that are like, I'm not going to let this shit keep happening. I can't. That's Beverly right now. Getting down to the bottom of things and not just seeing it for me, but seeing it for other victims. Pray for that woman. The private investigators and the team behind Truth Be Told, I am so forever, deeply and beyond grateful for all of you. Everyone that was involved in that interview last night, Miracle Sims, Brittany, they got on there and they said their piece of what they witnessed and did the right thing because it was the right thing to do. It didn't matter what anybody said about them. It didn't matter who threatened them. Pray for Brittany and pray for Miracle. Everybody that is in this movement, you need to drop to your knees and pray for your nation. And if you don't pray, then you might want to hold space or whatever you do that is not negative. Please stop for a second and hold space for some people. Because there are some people touching some really evil stuff that people don't have the balls or the brass ovaries or the audacity to touch because they're too scared. So are the victims. I don't know what you believe in, and I don't care, because I'm just grateful that you exist and that you're here, and I don't know what war you've been through. But everybody can agree that Satan is at work. Everybody knows that there is evil entities that run this nation. Everyone knows that. No matter where you are, no matter what you believe, you know that there is a Satan to deal with. Let's be real. So if you understand that there's evil out there, then do something. Say something. And please fight. Everybody, please do me a favor. Please help me. All I'm asking you to do is help me. Share that interview everywhere because people need to hear the truth. Those that thought it was bull sugar, listen. And understand that there is so much more being uncovered and will be. And when it's time, and when Dustin and Beverly and its entire Truth Be Told Battlefront broadcasting team can air it, they will. In the meantime, pray that this information doesn't hit the wrong hands. hold space that this information doesn't drop into the wrong hands and it stops, like it did with Pam Bondi. That truck, then the desk don't exist. That's because it hit the wrong hands. Somebody was starting to do something because we started hearing about it, right? Everybody started hearing about it, getting excited, thinking this is it. And then it just stopped. There's no white knight coming. No one's coming. It's up to you. Please help us. I'm going to go on TikTok. And I just want to worship. I don't want to talk. I just want to listen to music. I said what I needed to say right now. And if there's anybody that can help me share this, because I already said it, cool. And please point them towards that interview, so they can hear the truth for themselves. And then they can decide for themselves what they're going to do about it. But I just want to go on TikTok right now. And I just want to sit with everybody and worship. Because Lord have mercy, evil is just circling. So that's what I'm going to do. If you want to come over there with me, cool. I'll be on the page that I have, which there's some TikTok accounts that are not me. I have 90s Nation News with the number 5. That's me. And I'll be on there to worship. And then after that, I'm going to go find some fabric to rip. I'm going to go find some paint to get out. I'm going to go find a place to cry. I'm going to hug my mom. And I'm going to be grateful for my life. I'm going to get my shit together. And then I'm going to come back and fight again. Okay? And then, in the meantime, I'm going to try to find a way to find and protect my peace. Because I want to dance again. And we're trying to figure some things out. No, we are not perfectly okay. When we get off here, don't think that, oh my gosh, since somebody's talking, they're in witness protection. No,